Stay awake for an electrifying night of laughter, original music, comedy, dancing, and a highly entertaining interview with two-time Grammy Award-nominated recording artist and Las Vegas headliner singer, songwriter, and storyteller Clint Holmes, accompanied on keyboards by Mauricio de la Cruncha. The hilarious star of Street Smarts Frank NICOTERO and outrageous stand-up comedian Bob ZANY joins the party. Pop singer Jackie V and comedian Lou MAGELOWITZ joins the cast for a game of Truth or Brown Sugar. Community leader and real estate developer Andrew Belchesky shares his vision for Las Vegas affordable housing. Dance music by DJ Aspen and the dancing not ready for bedtime players keep the party moving and grooving. To get the show started and to round up this comedy rodeo, the ambassador of fun and the host of Insomniac Television, Jonathan Scott.
Hey everybody, Jonathan Scott. Welcome to Insomniac Television, the show that asks the musical question, have you had too much coffee? Well, thank you for staying awake. We hope you enjoyed Saturday Night Live. If you're watching in real time, if you're watching in the metaverse, thanks for staying awake and thanks for tuning in. Language has always been something that's very, very important to me. Even as a kid, I always liked language. And in school, I majored in English because I wanted to figure out how to communicate. And somebody asked me last week, what were the words that you used when you were younger they were just popular terms, like right on, far out, cool, groovy. Those were all words that we used every day. And in fact, some people would overuse it. Everything you would say, they'd say, oh yeah, right on. Oh yeah, right on. Now there's terms like tight, slay, fierce, vibe, and riz. What I want to talk about is the birth of cool. Dean Martin was known as the king of cool. Frank Sinatra had cool. And of course, my favorite was Sammy Davis Jr. If you're going to talk about cool, you're going to talk about Sammy Davis Jr. We've had decades of cool, and still today we use that term, bringing us to introducing you to our guest star. To me, is one of the coolest cats in Las Vegas. Say hello to my friend, Clint Holmes.
Wow, that was a great intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, wait, though. Cool. Okay, the king of cool. I understand why you would say Sammy. King of cool was Miles Davis.
You know, I had that in. I said the birth of cool. I just didn't read it. When we talk, you and I have been friends for a long time, and we know that Sammy's is important to you in my life. I know I was 15 years old. I tell the story all the time. I was an usher at the Mill Run Theater in Chicago with my mom, and Sammy owned it. So Sammy and a tap dancer named Finest Henderson.
Right.
Finest, and Sammy would let all the kids run around backstage. And then one of the biggest honors for me, and you were there, was the dedication of the Sammy Davis Jr. Way, where Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin hit in Las Vegas, and that was just great. And I was invited to do all the media for that, and you were there.
I smile every time I drive by it. Yeah, absolutely.
That was just so much fun, and I got to see Sammy.
Let me tell you one thing about Sammy. He gave me his phone number. He said, I want you to call me. And he said, because I want to pass the torch. Yeah. And I was so honored, and I said, when should I call you? And he said, anytime you want. And I never called him because I'm an idiot. And because I was so intimidated by the nerve to pick up a phone and call Sammy. But he was, that era of entertainer, literally wanted to help the next generation of entertainers. Yeah.
But we talk about language, and I've seen you probably more than any other entertainer. And as much as I love your singing, I love your storytelling. And I think that that's where the words come in. And when you're introducing a song, it's just like, it's not, okay, here's my next song. There's a story, that leads into the song, whether it's a Sammy story, because I know you do Mr. Bo and Mr. Bojangles, and nobody can whistle like you could. You pull that part off. Yeah, Mr. Bo. And I know the things that are life points, along the way that we go through in our personal lives as well. And I know that you wrote a song with a friend of ours because you were diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, I had colon cancer, and I was one of those people who me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was also going through a lot of things in my life. It was the height of my career. I was at Harrah's. I had my own showroom. It was an incredible time, but family-wise, it was tough.
Right.
I was considering a divorce. I couldn't pull the trigger because she was a great woman in a lot of ways. I had 3 kids. Anyway, 5 days after the surgery, I sat at the piano, and this came to me. You want to play a little bit of it?
Our friend Mauricio is joining us on keyboard.
The words, if not now, when?
Right.
As in, if you're not going to do what you need to do in your life now, what are you waiting for?
Right.
Came to me. And in literally 20 minutes, I wrote this song, a little bit of it. When I was younger, sorry. I didn't have the hunger I have now. Now I am older, but I am stronger. And I no longer say someday, somehow. Running out of time, running through my prime, running past where I've been. Every choice I make is a chance I take. But if not now, when? If not now, when? And I wear a necklace, and the necklace is a question mark, and on the back it says, if not now, when? So I try to live my life and to do the things I feel like I need to do when I need to do them, as long as they don't hurt anybody else. And that song and that idea changed my life. So that's an important song. Thank you, man.
Well, it sure inspired me. I mean, every 3 years now, I've got to go for, check the PSAs and make sure everything's right.
Doctor said to me, if you talk about it on stage, you might save some people. Yeah. So I found a way to, in the middle of the show, hey, by the way, everybody get a colonoscopy. Wasn't exactly, But what I said was, you drink that stuff called Go Lightly, right? And people would laugh, and I'd say, go lightly my ass, right? And then right, exactly. And then I talked about it, and I said, but one of the things I learned is when you're drinking all that stuff for colonoscopy, white wine is considered clear liquid. So
a little helpful hint from your Uncle Clint,
right? Yeah. But anyway, and I had 2 or 3 people come up to me and say, "I heard you. I went home and I did it, and they found it or I was clear. But thanks for mentioning it." So.
Yeah, it's a real deal.
Yeah.
The other story that I love that you tell in your storytelling is about your family and about your dad.
Okay, my mom and dad. My mother was a white British opera singer. My dad was a black American jazz singer.
So that makes you Puerto Rican.
Makes me confused.
That makes you Obama. I've been through your show so many times. I've seen the show change.
I used to say that, which makes me Barack Obama, and my mother, who was in the audience, went, I wish.
Oh,
yeah, really, that was good. So I say different things, right? But anyway, so that's how I was brought up, by musically, right? So my dad worked 3 jobs. He worked at the steel plant. He was the janitor at our church, and he drove a snowplow. So my memory every day of my dad was he'd be tired, he'd be grumpy, he'd throw his lunch pail in the corner, he'd eat dinner, he'd go to the church, he'd clean up, he'd come home, he'd watch something on television, he'd go to sleep. That was my dad. One day, I was 12 years old, I'm in my Sunday suit, and he says, don't change clothes, I'm taking you somewhere. And he drives me into Buffalo, which was 30 miles from where we lived. And we pull up in front of a place called the Colored Musicians Club.
Wow.
Which is still there, which is now a landmark, the Colored Musicians Club. We walk in, and you know the movie The Wizard of Oz, when it's in black and white, and then all of a sudden, that's what this was like. Our life was black and white. My dad did 3 jobs, blah, blah, blah. That door opened. There was a trio up there playing jazz. The waitresses all knew my dad. Hey, Eddie. Hey, cool. Give me some skin. I'm like, who is he? What is this? Right? My dad got up and sang How High the Moon.
Yeah.
And I went, what world is this, and how do I get in it?
Yeah.
Changed my life. Changed my life. To see that was my dad's dream that he never got to fulfill. But he let me be a part of it when I was young. And ever since that day, jazz is my favorite music. Every show I do, there's at least some jazz in it. And it was because of that day that my dad took me to hear that music.
And the name of the song?
Oh, the song, and it's the title song from my album, Rendezvous. Give me a little bit of that. Sunday jam, and there I am. Just my dad and me. Slapping 5. Talking jive, cool as he could be. I remember top of the stairs, smoke everywhere. The waitress would smile, flirt with my dad a while. I didn't care, I just wanted to be there at the rendezvous. Me and my dad down at the rendezvous. One more verse?
Yeah.
Now the band, they'd warm up slow, 'cause we all know that they played till 3 a.m. then spent their cut on who knows what. Now they're back to jam again. I remember the piano man counts off the band, sad saxophone, blues in his tone, drummer and bass. I can still see every face at the rendezvous, me and my dad down at the rendezvous. So that's my song about my
Clint
dad.
Holmes, Mauricio on keyboards.
Thank you,
You're
Mauricio.
watching Insomniac Television. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back with more of Insomniac Television. Stay awake.
Don't go to sleep. More music and laughs right after a word from our sponsors.
The Nevada Style Pub invites you to play the best tavern, keno, and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll, so make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play in our ongoing gaming promotions and receive daily free play, bonuses, and more. With a chance to win Knights, Raiders, and Aviator tickets, and big money with all those jackpots. It's not only the great gaming that Snyder's Pub has, it's the 24 awesome rotating draft beers and best appetizers to match. So join us in watching your baseball Aviators and all your home sports teams as we make history in Vegas. Snyder's, the Nevada Style Pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard and Windmill. Snyder's, I love this place.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Make your heart zoom, zoom when I walk into the room. Want that sweet perfume, know you're craving something new. If you light my fuse, you know what I'm gonna do. Drop that bomb on you like ba-da-bing, ba-da-ba-da. 1, 2, 3, split the lighter. 4, 5, 6, take me higher.
Thanks for staying awake. Welcome back to Insomniac Television. Yeah. We've got some guests to talk about. We've got Bob ZANY and Frank Nicotero.
Yeah.
What do you guys got going on? I'm going to talk to Bob. Bob, what's going on?
Well, we have our own weekly comedy talk show. We have stand-ups, and sometimes we have singers. Clint and I, we're working on a deal to get him on the show. But
Okay.
God, his writer is amazing.
Yeah.
The green M&Ms, he wants those.
Yeah. Real estate developer and friend Andrew Belchesky, back to talk about what's going on with you. And we know
interest rates. We can talk about those. Are they coming down, Andrew? Because right now you're being hurt really bad. Yeah.
of course, our production assistant, the always funny Lou MAGELOWITZ.
Great to be back.
Jackie Z is joining us. You can see Jackie every Wednesday at Sienna.
Yes, Sienna.
Just to ride,
Yes,
ride
from
anything.
6:30 to 9. I'm there every Wednesday.
And Frank, it's your turn. What are you doing with this guy?
I am Bob's sidekick. I was lucky enough to be involved with this show, and we're doing great. We're down at Delirious Comedy Club inside Hennessy's on Fremont. We're having a blast. We've already had 2 great shows.
Frank does a thing called Frank on Fremont where he talks to the people, and it's very exciting. And at some point, security comes by and kicks him out.
And our friend Clint Holmes appearing at the Smith Center on August 8th.
No, but I'm lingering on something
Yeah.
you said, which is that Bob ZANY is important enough to have a sidekick.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it is. It's true.
You should look into that because, yeah.
And now it's time to play the game that's sweeping the country, Truth or Brown Sugar. Again, there's no rules, there's no prizes. This is to instill conversation. We've got 2 teams. We've got the teams on my left, and we've got the teams on my right. They're going to talk about the answers and see if they can decide what is truth or BS, brown sugar. First question, and this has to do with language and modern terms. Truth or brown sugar? Pookie I'm going to start on this side with the introverted Bob Zaney. Pookie is a slang term for a drag queen. Truth or brown sugar? Andrew,
Hang
Bob,
on.
Lou?
I think it's wrong that
Slang term
he's
for
pointing
drag
out
queen.
Jackie as brown sugar. Okay, go ahead.
What's your answer?
I'm talking to a land developer. What happened to my career?
Truth or brown sugar?
Brown sugar.
It is brown sugar. It's a nickname which you call your best friend or someone you really love, like, hi, Pookie. Hi, Pookie.
My wife calls me Pookie.
Okay, one to the Zany team over here.
Oh, this is a zany team?
The zany
Sorry
team.
about that, Andrew.
You see?
We're all zany. Next question for the Clint Holmes side. Simp is a circus freak. Truth or brown sugar? You guys
Simp?
talk it over.
No, a simp.
Simp. S-I-M-P.
No, simp's it's like a dominatrix thing. A simp, but when you're a simp, right? Jackie?
I look at it as
Question marks in my mind.
Yeah, someone who's simple. You're saying it's, what's the question again?
A simp is a circus freak.
Oh.
I don't know. It's brown sugar because I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna go brown sugar.
It is brown sugar.
Okay.
A simp, you were right. It's when a male is overly submissive to a female and gains nothing from it.
That's right. I actually knew that.
How do you know, Frank?
God, I feel really bad, Jonathan. That must brought back a bad memory.
Back to the
By the
Zany
way, can we
team.
just say something? Can we call them the homies? I think that'd be a great name, the homies. The Clint homies.
Wow.
Very clever.
As long as we can talk frankly.
Well, you got the microphone.
The term yeet is to violently throw an object that you deem to be worthless, inferior, or just plain garbage. Truth or brown sugar? Yeet, as in yeet. Truth or brown sugar?
Oh, that's for them. That's right.
Yeah.
I think that's like the Bigfoot in the Asian area of the world.
The Yeti?
Yeah, the Yeti. But it may not be. I think the fumes from the alcohol is really affecting you, Andrew.
That's just your breath.
Oh, is it my breath? Thank you. Go ahead, yeah. Answer it.
What do you say?
True.
It is true. And you have to do it like that, with enthusiasm. You go, yeet, bussin'. Bussin'.
Bussin'. Oh, I know this.
When you can't afford an Uber.
No, that's brown sugar, baby.
Yeah.
It's brown
That's
Brown sugar.
What does it mean then?
Means that you look bussin'. Like, I'm bussin' it tonight. Like, you know, like.
Bob, say that. Say that. You can do that.
Hang on one second. I'm bussing tonight.
Yeah, there you go. See, he's
I'm
busting.
a busser.
Jackie Z is right. What would you say if something was really good? It's bussin'. Ops are visual optics, Andrew. Ops.
You don't have to whisper.
No, actually,
Yeah, whispering doesn't
You guys are the ops. You guys are the ops.
Maybe
That's
today-
brown sugar. Brown sugar.
It is brown sugar. Ops is short for anyone in competition or against you in opposition, and haters. They're the opposites. Okay, here's a good one. Jackie Z. Sus.
I lost my role.
Frank. Clint. Giving the impression that something is questionable or dishonest, short for
C.
suspicious.
I have TikTok and I know that what that means. Like sus. It's like suspect. It's short for suspect.
Yes.
True.
True.
It is true. Yeah. Mid. Used to insult or degrade an opposing opinion, labeling it as an average or poor quality. Mid. Truth or brown sugar?
I had a midwife, so I think I can relate to this, but I'm going to go with truth. Yeah.
Sorry.
Truth or brown sugar?
Truth.
It is true. Average or poor
Look at that,
quality?
Frank. Another answer I got right.
I know.
Think about
You're
this.
hip.
No.
Yeah, you're not sus at all.
Cap is something that you've had enough of.
Well, cap. No, that's false because it means a lie, right? Cap
Yes,
is
it's-
no cap
no
means
cap.
truth. Cap is a lie.
Yeah.
You guys, Clint's right here. Clint is right here. Will you stop it? You go to him first. It's the homies.
We're getting we're working up.
We're
So
working
cap.
down here.
I want to make sure technically we answer this right.
Technically, you've answered it right.
Okay, we got it.
good.
We're all undefeated. We haven't
You know,
missed one
it-
yet.
Wait, there's another cap is when you shoot somebody.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Put a cap. Put a cap on. Well.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's not 1965 anymore. And I know that was your last memory.
But being the
cool.
being the only black person at the table.
Oh, wow.
That's my reference.
Now we're playing the card. Okay.
Okay, boomer. A slang term used as a response to a statement made by a person from the baby boomer generation. Okay, Boomer, truth or brown sugar?
Oh, wow, that's the truth. I know you both are younger and stuff, but
I'm Gen Z.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No one cares. No one cares. My God, is he like a nephew or something? Anyway.
Okay, Boomer.
No, okay, yes.
Truth.
It is true. Okay, Boomer. And we're going to end it with bye, Felicia. When someone says that they're leaving, you could really care less.
Yeah.
That's bye, Felicia. Truth or brown sugar?
Absolutely true.
That is
absolutely
no
true.
cap.
And that's how we play truth or brown sugar.
Frank.
What?
Hey,
I'm up.
we're very excited.
Are we dancing?
We're on the Insomniac show.
We'll be right back.
Insomniac.
Back.
I can't sleep
We'll be-
anymore.
we're right back.
Baby.
Baby.
Diners, the Nevada-style pub invites you to play the best tavern, keno, and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll, so make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play in our ongoing gaming promotions and receive daily free play, bonuses, and more, with a chance to win Knights, Raiders, and Aviator tickets and big money with all those jackpots. It's not only the great gaming that Diners Pub has, it's the 24 awesome rotating draft beers and best appetizers to match. So join us in watching your baseball Aviators and all your home sports teams as we make history in Vegas. Diners, the Nevada-style pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard and Windmill. Diners, I love this place.
'Cause I make your heart zoom zoom when I walk into the room. Pull that sweet perfume, know you're craving something new. If you light my fuse, you know what I'm gonna do. Throw that bomb on you like bada bing, bada bada boom. Make your heart zoom zoom.
Jonathan Scott, welcome back to Insomniac Television. And our next guest, Andrew Belchesky, is doing his part to clean up neighborhoods in Las Vegas through using obscure real estate laws. Andrew's helped thousands of families, rehabilitated thousands of homes in our community, using the law to create affordable housing for a more sustainable Nevada. Andrew, thank you so much for coming in.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Talk about how you get started doing this.
Well, you know, it's an interesting thing. I saw a lot of homes and a lot of property being rehabilitated in our community, but they were pushing families out of good neighborhoods that were forgotten, and I felt like I could step in and make a change, and it wouldn't be gentrifying. We called it responsible revitalization, and it was something that we worked on, a really difficult process, but we were able to refine it and give a lot of great Nevadans homes in communities that were forgotten. We only work on abandoned and blighted real estate.
I love that, responsible revitalization. I think you should patent that. I think it's a good enough name. And I think what you're doing is really heroic. And as somebody that makes my home here in Las Vegas, and I've been here for over 20 years now, and I say this quite often, you know, you'll see one block that's $1 million homes, and the next block it's Alphabet City or something, you know, something like that. And I know that you've been given awards. I know Victoria Seaman has honored you for the work that you've done in our community. And I think that that's something that's important to you.
Definitely.
What are the awards that you've gotten?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to be recognized by Ruben Da Silva and our assembly.
Great guy.
Steve Yeager, our speaker, he brought me up to Carson City. They all gave me an award there. It was a very proud moment in my career. I've been honored by City Council as well, pretty much most of the members of the City Council and our previous mayor. So I've been very fortunate to have a lot of love for the hard work that we do.
So these are abandoned houses, they're properties that are dilapidated, and you're cleaning things up for the community. But how do you find these properties?
Well, we have a team that works really hard in our community and works with community members. We also have a great program called Watchtower, which we built with one of the gentlemen from the original team who programmed Zell, and they helped us build that program, and we're able to go through thousands of properties and pick out the ones that have the issues.
And where are we at going forward?
Well, going forward, Nevada's changing. We're seeing a lot less abandoned and blighted real estate because of our impact. We feel really good about that. We've got Metro and Fire back to focusing on the problems that they need to focus on rather than dealing with these issues in our community. I see that the real estate market is turning and we're going to have some difficult times, but I mainly see bright skies for Nevada. There's not a lot of land available, and we're able to kind of now take the pieces that weren't great and make them fantastic for families to move into and live in, and not price them out of the community, because that isn't our goal.
Well, I know you're passionate about this. I know you love Las Vegas the same way that we all do. And moving forward, I wish you the best of luck. And if people want more information, I think they can go to your website at gkalegal.com. Any parting message?
I love our community. I hope to do more good work. Thank you for having me.
Our guest has been Andrew Belchesky. Stay tuned for more Insomniac Television. And thanks for staying awake, Jonathan Scott. We hope you've been having fun with us. And now to wrap it all up, we have our guest star, Clint Holmes, with a bedtime story.
Once upon a quiet night, under a velvet sky twinkling with stars, a boy named Michael wandered through the city park, feeling the weight of the world on his tiny shoulders. Wars on the news, angry grown-ups, hearts too busy to even notice one another. But just as the wind whispered through the swings, Michael spotted something glimmering beneath the old oak tree. A shiny nickel. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Polished like moonlight. When Michael picked it up, the world around him actually paused. A voice, soft and warm, filled the air. One wish, dear Michael. Not for riches, not for fame, but for what your heart knows the world really needs right now. Michael clutched the coin and whispered, "Let there be peace. Let people love more. Let kindness be louder than fear." And the nickel shimmered and disappeared. The next morning, headlines spoke of surprise ceasefires. Strangers hugged on the subway, street corners filled with music, and shared coffee, and even shared vodka. Something unseen had shifted, just enough to matter. Michael smiled and went back to the park. Somewhere, another nickel was waiting. Good night, and dream of peace and of love.
Thank you, Clint Holmes. Thank you for staying awake. Thank you, Bob ZANY. Thank you, Frank Nicotero. Thank you, Mauricio. Thank you, Andrew Belchesky. And thank you most of all to you, the viewer. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching.